Shalom. All praises to Yahweh. Bashima Mashiach Yahweh Shah. This is Teller Nicholas with the Noble House of St. Nicholas. Today, I want to get into the Hebrew Israelite Simpson family. All my Negroes with the surname Simpson in the Americas, Caribbean islands, Europe, and all my Negroes scattered abroad with the surname Simpson. Before you guys were slaves here in the Americas and the Caribbean islands, you guys was royalty in Europe. You guys was royalty in England, Scotland, and Ireland, which was at one time considered the three kingdoms, which our last Negro king ruled, King Charles and the Stuarts. To remind y'all, the Negroes, the Hebrew Israelites, we ruled the Dark Ages of Europe for 1,000 years, from 500 AD to 1500 AD. That was prophecy fulfilled in Revelations 20 and 6, and unfortunately, prophecy fulfilled in Revelations 20 and 7. But in 1100 AD, we created these so-called slave surnames like Simpsons as the Norman Barons. In the 1500s and on, we went into captivity, thus getting our names, our land, and our heritage stolen from us. But not only stolen, whitewashed, all right? But before I get into any more, I want to get into some scripture. I want to go to Sirach 33 and 23, and it reads, "At the time when thou shalt end thy days and finish thy life, distribute thine inheritance," all right? So this is what we're doing. We're distributing our inheritance and coming back into remembrance and refuting all the lies that Esau labeled us, calling us slaves, and the saying that this is our last names is slave surnames. That's emphatically incorrect. Our surnames was created by our forefathers, and we capturing our inheritance. All right. Now, this is the history of the Simpson family. To remind y'all did not get caught in slavery in Africa. Y'all got caught in slavery in Europe as royals and nobles. All right. Now, this is y'all history, Simpson family. The ancient Anglo-Saxon meaning angelic sons of Isaac, surname Simpson came from the baptismal name Simon, which was originally derived from the Hebrew word Shimeon, meaning obedience. In the religious naming tradition, surnames were bestowed in honor of religious figures or church officials. In Europe, the Christian church was one of the most powerful influences on the formation of given names. Personal names derived from the names of saints, apostles, biblical figures, and missionaries are widespread in most European countries, because when our ancestors from the Byzantine Empire, the Irish monks and Paulinus of York came into Europe in the 500 AD, that was part of the 1,000-year rule that was prophesied in Revelations 20 and 6, all right? Now, in the Middle Ages, they became increasingly popular because people believed that the souls of the deceased continued to be involved in this world. They named their children after saints in the hope that the children would be blessed or protected by the saints, all right? Thus why my surname is Nicholas. Now this is early origins of the Simpson family. The surname Simpson was first found in Buckinghamshire, where Simpson was listed in the Domesday Book as Sevenstone or Seawine Stone, lands held by the Bishop of Countance. The place literally meant farmstead of a man called Sigwine, derived from the old Scandinavian personal name Tun. All right? At the time, the name consisted of 8 hides. Each hide would support one household, 3 vergates, 3/4 of a hide, and land enough to support 8 plows. There were 13 villains, peasants, 2 boarders, and 6 wildmen slaves. All right? Today, Simpson is a village in a civil parish in Milton Keynes, and had a population of 585 people in the late 1800s. Another source has a different understanding of a name's origin. The Simpsons of Knaresborough trace their lineage from the time of Edward the Confessor and from Archil, a Saxon thane living in that reign of the Conqueror. Among his vast possessions was the man of Clinton, Yorkshire. The name of Simpson was adopted from Simon, son of William de Clint, who was living in the year 1300. In the year 1300, the Caucasians that stole the surname Simpson was in the outskirts of Europe like as Wildman, and you could Google that information up by going into Wildman and Moors. All right, the name is a characteristics of the northern half of England, Yorkshire. It is great. It is great home. It's being very numerous in the north and East Riding, in the surrounding countries of Durham, Lancashire, Cheshire, Stafford, and Derby. It is also well represented, though it has established itself in some measure in Suffolk and in Essex. It is, with exception, immediately a name of the northern counties and northern Midlands. It is represented over a large part of Scotland, but is rare in the north. In Staffordshire, Richard Simpson was listed in the Aziz roll of 1353. A few years later, Adam Simpson was found in Whitby, Yorkshire, in 1395, as was John Simpson in 1397. John Simpson or Simpson was registered in Lincolnshire in 1487. The Yorkshire poll tax rolls of 1379 include Joanne Simpson, and Joanne Simpson. All right. Now, you guys, the Simpson family, have notables that y'all can cling to. Y'all branches that can form into one stick. All right. Y'all are predominantly strong in the Americas and the Caribbean islands, in Europe. It's about time that y'all gather together as a family and remember who y'all are and refute the lies. These are not slave surnames. These are surnames that was created by our forefathers. Once y'all remember that and come to the realization that y'all family, then y'all come back to the Amashiach Yahawashah, Christ. Keep the commandments and get your blessing, because we living in the time of Gog and Magog. It's us versus them, us against them. You heard, Israel? This is Teller Nicholas with the Noble House of St. Nicholas and Vintage Saints of Israel. I hope the Simpson family was edified. Shalom.